and welcome to Yoga with Orla. I'm Orla and I hope you enjoy your practice today. And we're just going to begin by rolling the shoulders nice and easy, nice and gently backwards. And then rolling the shoulders forward, only getting into those joints. So you don't want to hear too much of a snap, crackle and pop. If you are, then ease off on it. You're just waking it all up this morning. And then bring the shoulders up to the ears and gently releasing them away. And then gently bringing your head down towards the chest and back up to center. Looking up to the sky and back to center again. Looking over your right shoulder now. Gentle stretch here, the side of the neck, and back to center. This time looking over your left shoulder. And again, gentle stretch here, and back to center. We're going to bring the hands either side of the body, and you're going to inhale, bringing those hands up, reaching up, stretching up, and exhale, lowering those hands back down to the mat. I'm going to do this a few times. So inhaling the hands up, reaching up, and exhale, lowering those hands down. So you want to think we're inhaling up. Can the hands go at exactly the same time, or does one hand reach faster than the other? Exhaling down. On your exhale, think of the belly button going towards the spine. Inhaling those hands up, using it as research to see, does one get there quicker or slower than the other? And exhaling, belly button to spine, engaging those abdominals this morning. Inhaling, arms up. Think of the shoulder blades going down the back. Exhaling, belly button towards the spine and hands come down. Excuse me. Rolling the shoulders back here now. And just placing the right hand down on your right hand side of the mat. Gonna lift the left hand up. Deep inhale and gently side bend, stretching over the right hand side here. Maybe you want to walk that right hand out a little bit more, bending the elbow. Maybe you want to look up at that left hand. Maybe you want to add some movement in. So inhaling, making space, and exhaling, going a little bit further. Just moving at your own pace here, your own time, remembering the shoulders away from the ears. Remembering maybe that belly button to spine connection. And then on your next inhale, wherever you are, inhaling, coming all the way up, reaching both hands up into the air, interlocking the thumbs, and thinking of the shoulders away from the ears, pulling those hands apart. So we're engaging the arms a little bit here. Deep inhale, and then exhale, lower that left hand towards the mat. Inhale, right hand stretches up, and then we gently side stretch over. Deep inhale here, deep exhale. Maybe walk that left hand out a little bit further. Maybe you're looking up towards the right hand. Just having a play here. Maybe you're moving a little bit, feeling it into the side body. With each inhale, can you really expand the lungs here, feeling it into the ribs, side, whole side of the body. And then on your next inhale, wherever you are, inhaling, coming all the way up, interlock those thumbs. And exhale, hands come all the way down. You're going to release the legs, or you can put your hands forward and roll over, or else release the legs, and we're just going to come to a nice tabletop position. So once we're in tabletop here, you're making sure that the hands are under the shoulders and the knees are underneath the hips. So you're spreading the fingers wide into the mat. Hatha band or hand lock, thinking of pushing away from the mat. So it's important here, we're engaging the muscles of the arms. We're not just kind of floating or sinking into anything. Shoulders away from the ears, and we're just going to lean gently forward, stretching those wrists here. Inhaling forward and maybe exhaling back. Bum might come towards the heels a little bit. Inhaling forward again. And exhaling back. On the exhale, think of the belly button going towards the spine. Abdominals are engaged. This time we're going to do some gentle circles. So we're inhaling forward, over to the right, back, towards the left-hand side, and forward. And then the other direction, so forward, to the left-hand side, back, to the right, forward, and center. And then we're going to turn the fingertips out towards the side of the mat. So the fingertips are facing the side. And just inhaling forward here again, exhaling back. Using this as research to see how are those arms, how are the wrists feeling? Can you spread the hands down into the mat? And coming back to center, we're going to turn the fingertips to face the knees. So this might be quite an intense stretch for some of you, so you might just want to hold it here. For others, we're going to inhale forward and then gently exhaling back, bum towards the heels. And you might not go very far, and that's okay. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Just feeling that stretch here in the arms and the wrists, waking all those little muscles and ligaments up this morning. And then when you're ready, bringing the hands back to the first position or neutral, or the fingers facing forward, the front of the mat. We're just going to go into some gentle cat and cow here. So we're inhaling forward, looking up, belly lowers towards the mat, tilting the pelvis, shoulders away from the ears. And then we exhale, rolling through the spine, chin comes towards the chest like an angry cat, pushing the mat away, tilting the pelvis here, scooping the belly up. Inhale, looking up for cow, shoulders away from the ears, looking up, belly towards the mat, tilting the pelvis, and then exhale to angry cat, scooping the belly, pushing the mat away, chin towards the chest. And you can go again at your own pace or your own time here. So just inhaling up and exhaling, chin towards the chest down. You can go slow or as fast as you like this morning. Maybe you want to bring some movement into it, so like the circles of the wrists, maybe you're doing some gentle circles here as well. Maybe you're inhaling up, exhaling, maybe the bum comes towards the heels a little bit more. Just having a play with what feels good. And then once you're ready, coming back to center. You're going to tuck the toes here, and we're just going to lift the knees about 1 centimeter or 2 or an inch off the mat. So we inhale, prepare, and then we exhale, scoop the belly, and the knees just lift 1 centimeter or an inch off. And you're holding here, engaging the abdominals. Deep inhale, deep exhale. And then inhale, push away from the mat, and exhale, lower down. So if you lift your knees too high, you're not going to feel it here. So we're going to try it again. Make sure the hands are underneath the shoulders, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, prepare, and then exhale, lift those knees off, just hovering away from the mat. Deep inhale here, deep exhale, belly button towards the spine, engaging or firing up those abdominals this morning. And then gently lower the knees back to the mat. We're going to lift the knees away from the mat again this time, but we're going up to a downward facing dog. So we're pushing into the hands, and then we start to lift the knees. Hips rise up into the air. Keep your knees bent for a lot of you here. And once you're there, start to pedal the legs one at a time. Not forgetting your breath here. Maybe for some of you, you might want to spread those hands a little bit wider towards the outside of the mat. Maybe some of you might want to bend the elbows a little bit here. You're just doing what feels good for your body. Deep inhale, deep exhale. And then really gently, really easily, keep the knees nice and bent. Start to walk the hands towards the feet at the back of the mat. And then slowly your heels should come back down onto the mat, and you'll be at the back here in a nice forward fold. And once you're here, start to shake the head yes. Start to shake the head no. Release any more tension here. It's going to come to facing. Grabbing hold of the elbows now. And you're going to sway gently to the right hand side and center, left hand side and center. Inhale to the right hand side. Exhale back to center. Inhale to the left. Exhale back to center. And then gently lowering the hands to the mat, releasing any tension in the head. Start to roll up through the spine. So like a rag doll, your arms are hanging down and you're rolling up, scooping the belly, gently coming up, nice and easy. Once you're up, roll the shoulders back, grounding down into those feet. And then inhale the arms up, reaching up, stretching up. Exhale those hands down by your side. Lovely. Placing the hands onto the hips and just start to circulate those hips this morning. If you've got music playing, you can kind of dance to the beat here if you want to use your arms. Going the other direction with the hips. Again, just doing what feels good for you. Maybe you're making those circles nice and big. Maybe they're nice and small. Just waking everything up. And then really gently coming back to a neutral position or just to a straight position. And you're just going to begin, bend the knees nice and gently here, belly button towards the spine. You're going to look over your left shoulder, bring the arms to the left-hand side. Just a gentle twist. And back to center, we do the same, turning to the right-hand side. I'm going to pick up the pace here, just going gently from side to side, swaying, looking over the shoulder. Maybe each time you look over, you're looking a little bit further. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Maybe inhaling to one side and exhaling to the other side. And maybe going a little bit faster again, waking everything up. They call this knocking on heaven's door, and I suppose the knocking is to do with knocking the side of your body when you're turning from side to side. And then gently easing off, nice and easy, coming back to center. Lovely. Once you're here, picking up that right foot and just bringing gentle circles with the right ankle. So for some of you, you might want to test the balance here already this morning and pick the right foot up completely, balancing on that left leg. For others, you might want to keep the toes still on the mat. Circling one way, circling the other way. And then placing that down onto the mat, picking the left foot up. And we do the same, gentle circles with that left foot. Circling one direction and circling the other. Nice. Placing those feet onto the mat. And then we're going to pick up all 10 toes. Looking down at those toes, see if you can gently place the toes back down one at a time. Baby toe first, second, middle, and then a second to the big and the big. And one more time, we'll pick up all those toes. Maybe go the other direction. So big toe goes down first, second, third. I mean, it's quite difficult for me here, so I don't know how you're doing at home. And then we gently lift up the heels this time. So inhale, lifting up onto the balls of the feet. And exhale, lowering down. Do that one more time. Inhaling up. And exhaling, lowering those heels down. Nice. Now give the whole body a nice shake out. Shake everything out this morning. Shake the legs, shake the head, shaking everything away. Great. Little dance for some of you there. And we're going to come to the front of our mats now. And you can have the feet together here if you like. Or for some of you, it might be more comfortable to have the feet maybe a hip width distance. So you're doing whatever feels good for you this morning. And then we're going to inhale, the hands reaching up, stretching up. We're coming into our first sun salutation of the day. Or maybe you've already got up this morning and done some yoga, I don't know. Inhale up, and then exhale, bend the knees, hands come either side of the feet. Head going towards those knees, forward fold, Uttanasana. And then we inhale, halfway lift. So you might be bringing the hands to the thighs or to the shins, remembering shoulders away from the ears, belly button towards the spine. And then exhale, going back down into your forward fold. Once you're here, bend those knees as much as you need to, placing maybe for some of you the fingertips into the mat or the hands into the mat. You're going to pick up that right foot and bring it to the back of the mat. So you're in a high lunge here. If you have cushions or blocks that you want to have beside you to help you, or a toilet roll or books, anything that can give you a hand, feel free to use them. Once you're here, then you're going to pick up the right foot and bring it to join the left in the back of the mat. Coming down onto the hands into a high plank here. You're just going to hold here, engaging the abdominals this morning. Maybe bring the weight forward and back. If this is too much, just come down onto the knees into a half plank. For others, if you want to fire up those muscles this morning, you can stay up. Inhale, press the mat away from you. And then exhale, lower those knees down to the mat, or going through chaturanga, placing the feet onto the mat, and then we lower chin, chest all the way down. Exhaling down here, and then inhaling, rolling the shoulders, looking up for a gentle cobra. Exhale, lowering down. We're going to meet in downward facing dog. So tucking the toes, pressing into the hands, coming through tabletop for some of you, and then we're going to press the knees up and the hips come up into the air. For some of you, you might want to keep those knees nice and bent. For others, you might want to walk the feet in a little bit closer towards the hands. You might want to spread the hands a little bit wider. Have a quick look at those hands. And maybe you want to bend the elbows for some of you here. You're thinking of a hill. So the top of the hill is your hips or your bum in the air. One side, the bottom of the hill is your hands, and the other is the feet. Inhaling here, exhale, belly button towards the spine. Inhale, lift the heels up into the air, and then exhale, see if you can press those heels down into the mat a little bit more. Inhale, belly button towards the spine, looking in between the legs. And think of the chest going towards the thighs. Rolling the shoulders away from the ears. On your next inhale, we're looking up in between those hands, and we're going to step, walk, jump, or hop to the front of the mat. So you might want to bend the knees nice and easy to walk them up to the front, in between the hands. Once you're here, forward fold. And then we inhale, look up, halfway lift. And exhale, deep forward fold, maybe a little bit deeper this time. And then we inhale, bend the knees, reaching up, stretching up, coming all the way up. And exhale those hands down by your side. Close the eyes for a minute, place your hands over your heart, and see if you can feel or listen to that heart beating. Hopefully you're warming up the body here. First sun salutation of the day. Opening those hands, opening those eyes, and bringing the hands down by your side. So we're going to do another one of those. And for the first position, so Tadasana or Samastiti, we might want to call it, and we want to think of nice, strong legs. So really think of grounding those feet into the mat. Again, you can have the feet together here or a little bit further apart, just doing what feels good for you. For some of you, you might want to tuck that pelvis a little bit. For others, you might want to think of opening up in the shoulders, thinking of a string pulling your head up. So this is the foundation posture for a lot of poses. So we want to make sure it's nice and strong. Then we inhale the hands up, reaching up, stretching up. And exhale, bend the knees, hands from either side of those feet or onto the thighs, onto the shins. Exhaling, releasing any tension. And then we inhale, come up, halfway lift. And exhale, lowering down, belly button towards the spine. Maybe go a little bit deeper this time. Then we lift that right foot and we bring it to the back of the mat. Again, maybe some of you are up on your fingertips here. Maybe you have a block or a book to keep you steady. And then if you like, for others, pressing those hands or the fingertips into the mat, bring that left leg to join the right. So we're in a high plank. You can go through chaturanga here if you know. For others, we're going to gently lower the knees down to the mat, placing those feet onto the mat, and then gently chin and chest come all the way down. Exhaling down, inhaling, rolling the shoulders, coming up for a gentle cobra. Exhaling, lowering down. Pushing into those hands, tucking the toes, coming through tabletop, and then lifting the knees, hips into the air for downward facing dog. So the gaze or the drishti is in between the legs or looking towards those feet or legs. For some of you, you might want to walk those feet a little bit closer towards the hands into the center of the mat. For others, you might want to spread the hands a little bit wider, making sure that the whole palm of the hand is on the mat. All fingertips are spread wide. Maybe for some of you, if it's more comfortable, you might want to bend the elbows a little bit here. Maybe you want to keep the knees nice and bent. We're doing what feels good today. Deep inhale here. Deep exhale. Bringing the chest towards those thighs or the top of the legs. Deep inhale, deep exhale, rolling the shoulders back. Shake that head yes, shake that head no. Make sure you're not holding any tension there. And then inhale, looking up in between the hands. You're going to walk, step, jump, or hop to the front of the mat. So those of us that are walking, we're going to bend those knees, really bent, and start to walk them towards the hands. Maybe the fingertips come up onto the mat. And at the top, we're a forward fold here. And then we inhale, look up, halfway lift, hands come to the thighs or the shins. Belly button towards the spine, and exhale, lowering down, forward fold. And then we inhale, bend the knees, coming all the way up, stretching up, reaching up. Oh, big stretch. And then exhale, lower those hands down by your side. Great. Give the body a little bit of a shake here. Release any more tension. And then pick that left foot up and bring the left foot to the back of the mat, or maybe a 3 foot, 4 foot distance. We're coming into warrior two. So we want to make sure that that left foot is facing the side of the mat, and we're at about a 90-degree angle. So the right foot is facing the front of the mat, left foot facing the side. We want to open up in the hips here. So maybe squeeze the glutes to open up. To begin with, we'll keep our hands on our hips and we'll start to bend that front right knee. Once we're bending the knee, place your hand on that right thigh and just make sure that the knee is threading over the front right toes. It's not, the knee is not coming in, it's going out. And then we're going to inhale, lift those hands up. Warrior two, hands shoulder height. Look over that right hand or the right middle finger. Inhaling here, exhale, belly button towards the spine. Think of a string pulling your head up. Think of someone pulling your right hand in the right way and your left hand in the left direction. So you're being pulled in both directions here. Have a quick look down at that knee. Is it rolling in? Can you use the glutes to roll it out or to thread it over those feet? Deep inhale here, deep exhale, ground down into those legs. And then on our next inhale, we turn the palm of the hand, the right palm, up to face the ceiling. Exhale, ground down into that back left foot. And then inhale, lift that right hand up into the sky. Left hand comes down towards the left leg. We're going into a nice reverse warrior here. So it's not really a back bend, it's more of a side stretch again here. Deep inhale, make space, exhale, belly button towards the spine. And then we inhale, coming back up to warrior two, palm faces down. One more breath here, spreading the shoulders wide, opening up in the chest. And then gently start to straighten that right leg, bring the hands towards the hips. Turn that right foot in towards the side of the mat. And then our left foot turns to the other side of the mat. That might not be very good instructions for me. So if you think of the left toes facing the back of the mat and the right foot facing the side. So we're in a 90-degree angle. We're just doing the same on the other side. Once we're here, start to bend that front left knee. And then place your hand on the left thigh and just give it a gentle, really easy push out to the side. So it's going over those toes, it's not rolling in. And then once you've got that, ground down into that back right foot, bring the hands up to shoulder height distance and look over that left hand, left fingertip, middle finger maybe. Deep inhale here, deep exhale, ground down into those legs. Think again, someone pulling both your arms in both directions. So the arms are engaged, they're not just hanging out here. Deep inhale, deep exhale, belly button towards the spine. Once you're here, on your next inhale, we're going to turn that left palm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, ground down into those legs, maybe bend that knee a little bit more. And then on your next inhale, we bring that left hand up towards the ceiling and going back into reverse warrior. So right hand comes down towards the right leg. Deep inhale here, deep exhale, ground down. And then on your next inhale, we come back to warrior two. Lovely. Rolling those shoulders away from the ears, belly button towards the spine. And then nice and easy, start to straighten that left standing leg. Bringing the hands towards the hips and turn that left foot in towards the side of the mat. So we're in a nice wide-legged stance here. And we're going to do a wide-legged forward fold. So to begin with, we might want to pigeon toe the feet so that the heels are going out and the toes are coming in. For some of you who have sciatica or any back issues, hip issues, you might want to bring a micro bend to the knees. So that's going to help you here. Think of a big beach ball in between the legs. So the thighs are pressing into that beach ball so the thighs are engaged. Let me inhale, look up, and exhale, start to forward fold from the hips. Once you reach halfway, you're going to inhale to look up. And then you're going to exhale, going a little bit further. For some of you, keeping the hands on the hips. For others, you might want to bring the hands down towards the mat. Or you might want to keep them on the thighs, on the shins, maybe a yogi toe grip. You're just doing whatever variation of forward fold that you want to do. For those of you who are starting off in your yoga practice, maybe you want to have a book or a chair or something in front of you, or maybe if you have a wall behind you, I'm just going to turn around to show you. You're going to have the legs nice and wide, and you're just going to use the wall to help you here. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Inhale, making space, and exhale, going a little bit further. So I'm just using the wall here to support me, to help me a little bit more. So doing whatever variation that you want to do. Maybe you have a couch or a chair beside you and you want to put your hands on the couch or the chair. And again, that will help you a little bit more. So that will help to bring any tension out of the back and help to get you the stretch in the legs. So wherever you are in the stretch, inhale, making space, exhaling, belly button towards the spine, maybe going a little bit deeper, a little bit further. Maybe feeling the weight of the body going into the outside of the feet, or maybe for you, you want to play and bring the weight into the inside of all the feet, or maybe you want to bring the weight a little bit more forward or back, just doing what feels good. And then inhale, we're going to come up, halfway lift. Exhale, bring those hands back to the hips if they're not there already. And then we inhale, come all the way up, reaching up. Bend the knees here if they're not bent, and jump the feet together as much as you can. Great. Going to come into our tree pose here. So you can have the feet together, or if it's more comfortable, a little bit further apart. And then gently start to bend that right knee. Turning the right knee out to the side and bring that right heel to the top of the left ankle. Now, if this is enough, you're just playing with the balance here, lifting that the right toes up off the mat. If you want to go a little bit further, you're bringing that right foot to the shin below the knee, or further again, picking up that right foot and bringing it to the top of the thigh. Just doing whichever feels good for you today. Maybe you have a sofa or a chair or the wall beside you, and you can use that to balance for some of you. For others, maybe you bring the hands to the center of the chest, picking a point in front of you to balance, or where your gaze is to really focus. Grounding down into that left standing leg. Try to engage the left leg muscles here. So maybe the quad is pulling the knee up. Engage the glutes, the bum muscles, squeezing them here to open up in the hips a little bit more. And then maybe we inhale, bringing the hands up, reaching up, stretching up and opening out like branches of a tree. So if you fall out of this posture, this pose, absolutely no problem. If you're doing a little dance, it's all good. Celebrating Easter together here. And then we inhale, bring those hands back together. Exhale, belly button towards the spine. Hands come to the center of the chest. You fall out, just come back in. And then really easy, picking up the foot or the knee, wherever you are, gently bring it back to the mat. And turning that foot back in to face the front. Shake those knees a little bit. Releasing any tension, shake the hips, wiggle everything out. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. So gently bending the left knee to begin with and turning the left knee out to the side, bringing the left heel to the top of the right ankle. And if this is enough for you, you're just playing with the balance here. If you have a chair or a wall or a sofa or a bed beside you, you can use that to help you balance. For some of you, you might want to bring that left foot underneath the knee and the shin. Or for others, you're going to pick that foot up and bring it to the top of the thigh. And just doing whatever you did on the other side on this side. Picking a point in front of you to really focus on. Deep inhale here, deep exhale. Grounding down into that standing right leg like roots of a tree spreading down into the mat. And then like branches of a tree, inhaling those hands up and spreading them out. So I can feel my right foot really working here to keep the balance. It's kind of shaking a little bit, and that's okay. We might do a little dance. Maybe one side is better than the other or not as good as the other. A big part of yoga is non-judgment. So not judging yourself for what you're doing today or not doing, and acceptance as well. So if you fall out, accept it, just come back in. And when you're ready, bring those hands back together, down, center of the chest. I'm having a lovely little wobble dance here. Inhale, rolling those shoulders back, opening in the heart, opening the chest. Exhale, grounding down. And then gently release the hands, picking that foot up or the knee. Gently bringing it back towards the mat. Shake those legs out, shake those knees, let everything go. So come into the front of the mat if you're not there already. And we're going to come into a chair pose. So gently start to bend the knees here and lifting those hands up like you're sitting down into a chair. So look down at the toes and make sure you can still see those toes so you're not bringing the knees too far forward. Maybe for some of you, the hands are out in front of you or down by your side. So again, just doing whatever feels good. Maybe for others, you're working on reaching those hands up. Belly button towards the spine here, abdominals are working, shoulders away from the ears. Deep inhale, and then deep exhale, sit into that chair a little bit more. Inhaling here, and then exhale, releasing the hands down by the side of the feet. Forward fold. Inhale, looking up, halfway lift. Exhale, deep forward fold. Pick up that left foot and bring it to the back of the mat in a high lunge. Placing the fingertips down into the mat, pushing the mat away, or the hands down, bring that right foot to join it. High plank here. Then gently lowering the knees to the mat, flipping the feet down, start to lower chin and chest all the way down. Once you're here, inhale, gentle cobra, looking up, exhaling, down towards the mat. Pushing into those hands, coming through tabletop, tucking the toes up into downward facing dog. Start to pedal the feet here if you like, walk the feet a little closer. Bring the hands as wide as the mat. Deep inhale here, your drishti, your gaze is in between the legs, in between the feet. And again, bend the knees here as much as you need to. Bring the chest towards the legs, roll those shoulders away from the ears. Deep inhale here, and deep exhale. Inhale, make space, push down into those hands. And then exhale, gently start to lower the knees down onto the mat. Tucking the toes or releasing the toes, bringing the feet together, knees as wide as the mat, and bringing those hips or bum towards the heels. So for some of you, this might be enough of a stretch, it might be difficult. For others, you're coming down into wide-legged child's pose. So the head is going down towards the mat. Maybe for some of you, you might want to have a cushion in front of you here, or a block underneath the head. And you also might want a cushion or a block on top of the heels, between the bum. Again, just doing what feels good. And once you're in child's pose here, Remembering the breath, connecting back to it if you lost it or if your mind has started to wander. So a lot of us might be operating in constant fight or flight mode recently or at the moment. And that means that our cortisol levels are super high. So we want to try and lower them. We want to go into a kind of rest and relaxation setting and not constantly be stressed out or breathing quickly and anxiously. We want to deepen that breath and really release any tension or any stress from the body. So on your next inhale, we're looking up in between those hands and coming back to a nice tabletop position. Bringing the feet underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to go into some threading the needle here. So for those of you who joined me before, we've done this, and for others, we're going to bring that right hand a little bit closer to the left. We're going to inhale, lift that left hand up into the ceiling, towards the ceiling. Deep inhale here, and then exhale, we're threading that left hand through. So in between the right hand and the knees. And we're going with a bit of movement here this morning. So inhaling up, reaching up. And exhaling, gently threading the needle through. Inhaling, twisting the spine here, reaching up. And exhaling, threading that needle through. So with each exhale, maybe you thread a little bit more. Maybe you're looking towards the right hand side of the body, the right hand shoulder, maybe up over the right shoulder. Inhaling the left arm up and exhaling gently through. This time when we come through, I'm just swapping to show you, you're coming all the way down. So you're going to turn that right or that left hand for you on towards the mat, bring the ear towards the mat. Maybe you have a cushion underneath you here. And you're just totally releasing, relaxing into the posture here. So your left hand is totally threaded through and you're bringing your ear towards the mat. Deep inhale here, deep exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. This time pushing into your right hand and releasing the body, coming back up to tabletop when you're ready. So we're going to do the same on the other side. So we're bringing the left hand now into the center towards the right hand. And then we gently lift that right hand up into the air. Inhaling it up and then exhaling, threading the needle through. And inhaling, coming back up. So we're bringing the movement here. We're twisting the spine, massaging those internal organs, detoxifying, releasing any toxins, trying to lower those cortisol levels, moving the body. Inhaling up. And then on your next exhale, once you thread the needle through, we're going to stay this time. So the right palm turns and goes down towards the mat or the ground. We're bringing that right ear towards the mat. Deep inhale here, deep exhale. Letting go of any stress, any tension that you might have. We're totally releasing. And then pushing into that left hand and gently coming back to tabletop. Once we're here, gently bring the legs a little bit further, so you want to come into a high plank here, or for some of you, maybe just a half plank. And then gently lowering the body so the whole front of the body is on the mat. And once you're here, we're just going into some gentle cobras. So we're inhaling up. And once you've inhaled up, so we're working on the back here, maybe you might want to lift those hands up to make sure you're working into the back and not placing all the pressure in the hands. Placing those hands back onto the mat, and then exhale, lower all the way down. So we're going to do that again. So making sure that the toes or the front of the feet are down onto the mat. Try to engage the belly, so the belly button goes towards the spine, away from the mat. And then to begin with, roll the shoulders back away from the ears. Inhale, lifting the head up. Chest might come away from the mat. Inhale here. Exhale, maybe release those hands away from the mat. Inhale, little lift higher. Exhale, bring those hands back down and gently lower all the way down. This time I want you to place the hands down by the side of the body. So the palms are on the side of the thighs. Both hands down. And again, we're doing the same. So we're inhaling, lifting the chin up, away from the mat. And exhale, lower down. Squeeze the glutes here maybe to help. Using the legs, using the back muscles. Inhaling up. And exhaling, lowering down. Bringing the hands either side of the body. And you're pushing yourself up to tabletop and back down to child's pose. So maybe here you want to have the legs together, the knees together for child's pose, hands out in front, or maybe the hands are down either side of the legs. Maybe your feet are together, your knees are wide. And just releasing into the child's pose. It's a very restorative posture. It's very, very good if you're stressed out or you're feeling overwhelmed. Just inhaling here. Focusing on the breath and where it's going in the body. Letting go of any tension. And using this time, this yoga practice for you to be mindful of what's going on, where you are in the practice. And then on your next inhale, looking up, gently walk the hands up so you're nice and upright. And then bring the hips to one side and the legs out in front of you. Or whatever way feels good for you. We're all going to join together with our legs out in front. So for some of you, I'd like you to grab a cushion or a blanket. If you're quite kind of rounded in the back, you're working on the flexibility. Just place a block or a cushion underneath your hips to lift the spine a little bit more. And I want to begin with to bend the knees here. So bending the knees here, nice and bent. Opening up in the heart space, in the chest. And putting your hands now behind the thighs to begin with. So we're going to go into a forward fold here. Belly button towards the spine. But I'd like you to, once you roll over, gently over those legs, so chest comes towards the top of the thighs. Close your eyes here. Breathe into this space and then gently start to straighten the legs. But again, we're working with that non-judgment, that acceptance of where we are. So if it feels too much, you're just going to stop and hold it wherever you are. For some of you, you might want to bring those hands onto the mat either side of the legs. For others, you might want to be reaching towards those feet. So you're just coming into a seated forward fold wherever you are in the stretch, inhaling, making space, and exhaling, breathing forward, folding a little bit deeper. So again, the eyes closed here are just helping you not to judge yourself, not to see where you are in the stretch and just to feel it. Shoulders away from the ears here. Again, if the knees are still bent, that's perfect, it's absolutely fine. Exhaling, releasing any tension. And then we inhale, start to walk the hands up a little bit more, start to bend the knees, mainly exhale, releasing, opening the eyes. Great. So then we're gonna start to straighten that right leg out and bend the left leg in. So we wanna bring the left sole of the foot to the top of the right leg. For some of you, again, you might wanna put a cushion or a blanket or a block under that left knee to support it a little bit more. And you're going to place the hands either side of that right leg. We inhale here, opening up in the chest. Exhale, belly button towards the spine. And then we're going to start to walk those hands along the mat towards that right foot. And again, you're just stopping. Inhaling here, making space. And then exhale, deep forward fold over that right leg. Inhale, make space, and exhale, forward folding. Maybe you're grabbing hold of the foot, or maybe you're not there yet. Maybe your hands are just still on the mat here. Again, just doing whatever feels good. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Lifting and exhaling, start to walk those hands into the center of the body a little bit closer. Staying here, you're gonna bring that right hand towards the left leg or the left knee, and you're gonna bring your left hand behind you. And you're just gonna inhale, make space, lift up, and then exhale, gently twist, looking over that left shoulder. Inhaling here, lifting up, exhale, twisting. Inhaling, making space, and then exhale, bring the head back to center, bring the shoulders back, bring the arms. Lovely. And once you're ready, we're going to do the same on the other side. So gently grab hold of the left knee and bring it back to center, and pushing that left leg out, you start to bend the right knee, bring it out. So I'm just going to go on the other side to show you. You stay where you are. So left leg is extended this time, and right sole of the foot is coming to the top of the left leg. And then again, you might want to have a block or a cushion under that right knee to support it. And again, you might be sitting on a block or cushion as well. So placing the hands either side of that left leg that's extended out. Inhale, make space here. And then exhale, start to walk your hands along the mat towards the left foot. Inhaling here, making space. Exhale, belly button towards the spine, and then gently forward folding. Some of you might want to reach towards the foot. For others, we're going to stay here with our hands on the mat. Maybe again, closing the eyes here, just being gentle, easy with the body, with the breath. Inhale now, looking up, halfway lift, and then exhale, start to walk those hands back towards the center. This time we're bringing our left hand towards our right knee or our right thigh, and we bring our right hand back behind us. And then we gently look over that right shoulder, so gentle twist here. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Inhaling, lifting up the spine, and exhaling, maybe twisting a little bit further. And then we inhale, bring the head back to center, bring the shoulders, and bringing the arms. Hold on to that right knee, bring it up, and spread it down, or push it down away from you. So both. We're coming down onto our back now. So really gently, really easily, maybe bring the elbows down first. Bring yourself back down onto the mat. Once you're here, keeping the knees bent, feet on the mat, start to walk the feet in a little bit closer to the bum or to the hips. Our hands are reaching down towards the legs, and we're going into a gentle bridge here. So you can go ahead if you know. If not, you're going to watch me to begin with. We're going to inhale, push into those legs, and gently lift the spine away from the mat, tilting the pelvis up. You're going to stay here, and then when you're ready to come out, you're exhaling, slowly lowering, going to the spine. So we're going to try that together if you're not up there already. Deep inhale, exhale, pushing into those feet, lift the pelvis, go through the spine, one part at a time. Inhaling up. And then once we're here, exhaling, grounding into those feet, lifting the chest towards the chin, and then once it lifts, you're lifting the chin up towards the ceiling, keeping the back of the head on the mat. For some of you, you might want to roll those shoulders underneath, grasping hold or interlocking the hands underneath the back. For others, keeping the hands down to the side, just doing whatever feels good. Deep inhale here, and then exhale, start to lower the body all the way back down onto the mat. Once it's down, window wiper those legs or windshield wiper the legs from side to side. Nice and easy, nice and gentle. And then to counterpose this, you're going to lift those legs up into the air. So for some of you, keep those knees nice and bent here, making sure that the soles of the feet are facing up towards the ceiling. And for some of you, I want you to keep those hands on the back of the thighs. For others, on the shins, or maybe reaching up towards those feet. And you're just bringing those legs a little bit closer towards the body and trying to straighten through with the legs. But again, any sciatica, any hip issues, Any knee issues, keep those legs nice and bent. Deep inhale here, deep exhale. So it's a very gentle inversion with the legs above and the body, and also bringing the legs towards us. It's a nice gentle forward fold again as well. Deep inhale here, deep exhale. Rolling those shoulders away from the ears. And then really easy, start to bring the legs down, hug those knees into the chest, rock from side to side, maybe a little circle here, massaging the back onto the mat one way and circling the other way. And then really gently bringing those knees to lower to the right hand side of the body. So the knees cross over and they're coming to the right hand side of the body. And then gently see if you can roll that left shoulder back onto the mat, and the hands maybe extend into a nice T or maybe cactus, so they're staying bent at the elbows if you don't have a lot of space. And if this is enough of a stretch for you, then stay here. You want to go a little bit further, you're turning your left hand to look over the left shoulder. You're thinking of someone has their hands on both your shoulders and they're pressing your shoulders down into the mat. Inhaling here and exhaling, releasing any more tension, twisting through the spine, twisting through the body. For some of you who might be more advanced in your yoga practice, you might want to start to straighten that left leg and reach the right hand towards that left foot. Deep inhale here, deep exhale. Bring the feet back together and then gently start to bring those legs back into center. Give them a little hug with the arms, a little shake with the shoulders, and then gently start to lower the legs to the left-hand side of the body. I'm gonna swivel around, so I'm not gonna burn myself on a candle. But the legs go towards the left-hand side of the body, so knees are falling down. And then thinking of rolling that right shoulder back onto the mat. So might bring your legs in a little bit, and that's okay. Extend the arms out into a T, or maybe a cactus. And looking over that right shoulder for some of you to get more of a stretch here. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Maybe for some of you, you want to start to straighten that right leg and grab hold of the right foot or toes with the left arm. Letting go of any stress. Really scanning through the body to see how you feel, where are you feeling it today? Are you feeling it in the back, in the glutes, in the hips, in the shoulders, in the neck? Maybe you're feeling it all over. And then once you're ready, bringing those knees back into the center again, grabbing hold of the legs and giving yourself a big hug. And then releasing everything. And we're going to prepare for our final Shavasana, corpse pose or resting pose. So grab a blanket if it's beside you, grab a cushion, place it underneath the head. If you don't have them, it's okay. Maybe socks or a jumper, or if you're fine, you're fine. You're grand. So once you're ready, spreading the legs as wide as the mat, palms face up towards the ceiling, and start to close down the eyes. So if you're using the Ujjayi breath, maybe you want to let go of it now and just release the breath completely. Maybe a deep inhale and then an exhale, opening the mouth, letting go. Deep inhale through the nose and then an exhale through the mouth, letting everything go. So I can't hear you, I can see some of you anyway, but I'm not paying too much attention at the end here in your practice. You can do whatever you like. Maybe lying down in Shavasana here. Maybe you want to do a lion's pose with the mouth. So we're going to open the mouth, stick out the tongue, So you're going to inhale through the nose and then exhale. Stick out the tongue. Release any more tension. Once you're here in Shavasana, scanning through the body, coming out of the practice the same way you came into it. So how does the head feel? How are the shoulders? Can you release any more tension or stress from the body? How are the arms and the hands and the elbows? Releasing any more. How are the hips and the knees and the feet? Can you let yourself fully relax and rest? Letting go of the should-haves or could-haves or would-haves. And just being really present in the moment, right now. Slowing down, breathing easy. So again, I just mentioned at the start that we might be in that fight or flight mode quite a lot lately. We really want to reset, recharge, and come into a rest and relaxation state of mind. Now I'm just going to do some visualization with you. So I want you to imagine that you're lying on a beach somewhere right now, and the sun is shining really brightly, nice and warm. You can hear the sea, the waves crashing into the sand. Deep breath, fully relaxing the body. The warmth of the sun is spreading all over you, warming everything up, giving you nice light, giving you lots of energy. And if you can imagine for a minute that bright golden light of the sun is shining in the center of you from the heart space. And from that golden light of energy, it's pulsing throughout the whole body. So up into the chest, shoulders, neck, head, and down into the hips, legs, feet, knees. And this light is spreading all over you, all throughout. So your whole body is glowing brightly with golden light. And this golden light helps you to feel safe. It's boosting your immune system. It's helping you to lower stress levels. It's giving you peace. Inhaling that positivity, that light, that energy, that glow, and exhaling any negativity, any pressure or stress you might have been putting on yourself that you don't need, that it doesn't matter. Setting an intention for your day to day. Maybe that intention is to just be more present, to be kind to yourself, kind to others. Whatever it is, just thinking about it for a moment now. Remembering that beach and that sunshine and those waves, helping you to feel calm, and remembering that you can come back to this whenever you feel overwhelmed or stressed. Gently start to wiggle the fingers, start to wiggle the toes. And then maybe rolling over to your right hand side. Start to gently come back into the room. Gently push yourself up now to a seated position. Maybe you want to place a cushion or a blanket underneath you. Again, for me, I'm seated cross-legged, but maybe for you, you want to sit on the heels, or maybe you want to have the legs out in front. Just seated, whatever way feels good for you. And then gently closing down the eyes, bringing the hands together, prayer position. And bringing those hands to the forehead for kind thoughts. Bringing the hands to the mouth for kind words. And to the heart center for kind actions. So namaste, everyone. And I bow my head to you all. Thank you so much for getting up this morning and practicing yoga with me today.